Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Fortresscraft. This is a game I actually just picked up recently. It was on sale. It is no longer on sale at this point. I think it's like $12, and it was currently at the time $3, and they have an expansion for this Frozen Factory, something like that. It was also like $3 some odd. So myself and a few others picked it up to mess around with it. Now, I've done a little bit with this game, just barely. And really, I just kind of started a new world to kind of walk through the ropes again. And I thought I would just kind of bring you along to ask you the question, have you played Fortresscraft? I know a number of you had. And if you have, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of it. Do you play this regularly still? What do you think overall of this game? Again, I haven't got very far with this game. What I thought I would do was kind of walk through some of the very basic stuff for those who are not that familiar with the game, like me actually. Let me explain it to you from one noob to another, at least my very basic understanding of it. So one of the first things I noticed about this game, or kind of thoughts about it as far as what it is, was Minecraft meets Factorio. So if you played Factorio, you know getting resources using conveyor belts to move things along, automated crafting, things like that. And that's kind of what is involved here. Now we have this central hub here we can interact with. We can add power to it from our suit, or we can take power to power our suit. We can see that up in the upper left here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a bunch of power out. We can actually add a resource as well. We'll do one at a time. It'll burn coal, which gives this power. We have to manually do this right now. I don't know if there's an automated way to power this thing or not, but that's what's currently happening. Now, over here we actually have a unit of power. This thing is power right now. It's powering this ore drill, and the drill itself is filling into this box here. You can see we've got 38. We can actually hit Q just to pick it up from outside. So that's kind of cool. Now we have a hologram because it's trying to instruct us on how to do things. It's saying, hey, make 3 conveyor belts here and put it and have it jump into a hopper. Now I've done this before and it actually still does not feed into the system, but it's trying to show us that's the thing we can do. Another thing we can do is place down this power, what do they call this thing? It is a laser energy transmitter in my number 3 slot there. I can put this here and then directionally kind of transmit power. Let's go ahead and put one down. So there's that. Now it's shooting off in the wrong direction. If I mouse over this and use brackets, I can rotate the power around. You can see the line spin around. So if I stop it there, it is now powering this guy, which is cool. Without this, I actually would have to draw power out and then put my own power into it from my suit. So this is now powering itself. It's kind of cool. Let's see, we want to get a hopper down right here to kind of complete this as well, which is what, number 6 there. We'll put the storage hopper down. We do have 3 belts. Let's put those down. Again, we're just trying to follow the instructions here. Now, right off the bat, you can see that it put down, let me just switch to this guy. It put down 1 block on that conveyor belt, but we need to rotate this around. So let's go ahead and do that. Use our brackets, do that. Do it here. And do it there. So there you go. You can see those moving along. It only moves as long as a block is on it. So that's moving these guys into here. We can see there's now 8, 9, 10. So that's moving that right along. Pretty cool. And it does want us to put hoppers out here. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess if we were making some ore out of here, it would fill into these. But anyway, it does start us with those. So let's just go ahead and do that. There's those. Now over on this side, one of the things we can do is actually scan the area. So if I scan this, you can see that we've detected some blocks underneath us. We can also individually, he's on our side by the way, that big spider robot, he is not coming for us. So we can actually come down here and highlight a block. I've already done the dirt. Let's go ahead down here. So we're going to hold right click, scan this tree bit. So there you go. Top right, it says 1 scan to process. Whoa. Slow down, Weem. That is a drop down there. Whew. Let's not fall down there. Okay, now we automatically run up the single blocks here. So let's get up here. So we do have a scan, 1 scan to process, and this is our research table, or research station. We can open this up. You can see 1 scan of unknown material. It does take some power to do it. So we can go ahead and hit that. It's going to go ahead and scan that guy. So it tells us it's a tree trunk. We've got some recipes we can do here. Now, when we research and scan, we actually get research points. So we have 6, And you can see for a cost of 2 and 1, we can research the threat scanner and a storage crate. And then we've got some projects. Now, I don't really know about a lot of this stuff. I've done a few of them just to test, and I think it just opens up more recipes, kind of based on what you're researching here. I'm pretty sure that's all this does. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later, because I'm not fully familiar with that. And as we come around to this side, this is basically, it's our manufacturing plant or our crafting table in Minecraft terms. So you can see the things we can actually make here. We can make more of the stuff that it starts us with, plus some other things, some more conveyor belts. Some conveyor belts to go up and down some slopes there, which is cool. So there you go. I'm going to back on out of here, and that's kind of it as far as what you start with here. Again, I just wanted to quickly run you through those things. Now down below we've got in our number 1 slot an ore extractor, which we have going there already. We have, this is a torch actually, we can just go ahead and set that down. Lights up the area. We do have some coal, speaking of which, let's put another one in here, add that resource. You can't add more than just that one, so that's why I'm just doing 1. We have 6 power blocks, a storage hopper, 1 more conveyor belt. I've got this power core, which is, there's kind of a mini tutorial when you start. It's a little force field around this area you can't leave, and that's one of the things you need to make. So I've made that. I have a logistics hopper, which I actually don't know much about. On the left side you can see it gives us a description. Transfers faster than a mini hopper. Okay. Gotcha. Disperses resources fairly quickly. Alrighty, that's cool. And then of course we've got some snow blocks. 3 of those. I can actually just place those down. Like so. So check it out. We've got this world all around us. Very snowy, very foggy. We do have a ship crashed as well. And in the previous tutorial I ran, there was a certain kind of block underneath my ship, which I don't see at this time. You do take damage if you get too close, so we're going to avoid that. Okay, let's start looking for some materials. You can see in the upper right it says extract or smelt copper, extract or smelt tin. So we have the scanner. Ping unknown is our only, oh no, it's not our only option. I thought the others were grayed out. We couldn't do them yet. There we can see that a little bit better now. So let's go ahead and ping unknown just here. So we do have some material right below us. Let's go ahead and switch out. We can just right click and dig. This just happens automatically. I don't know if there's material that you need a better tool to get to or not. I haven't got that far. But right now, we can just kind of do this. Now the nice thing about finding stuff nearby is that we don't have to make it travel very far to get to our storage, to get to our smelter, things like that. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and switch back to the scanner. Now we know that's snow. I'm not sure what this is. Let's go ahead and scan this guy. Whoop. Alrighty. 2 scans to process. Let's do this one as well. Okay, so we do have a coal ore, I guess that says. I think that's what that is. Let's switch this back. Okay, block is scanned but not researched. Let's go ahead and do that. We got to hit that up first. I tend to forget that. I scan and then I say, how come I can't tell what that is? Scan this. So we have some rough-hewn rock and some coal is what it said. So that's cool. Coal. We can pull that up, but let's go ahead and scan some more. Now, one of the things I noticed when I didn't notice this before, but as you move, it actually would tell you. It popped up on my screen. It said unknown material nearby. There you go, unknown ore or something. It just said. Let's go ahead and scan here. There you go, and you can see it's like color coded, so it's slightly different. I actually want to turn around and make sure I didn't miss nearby. We've got some of that over there. So let's walk down here. We'll scan again. Now, this actually does take power as well. You can see in the bottom of our scanner it says power 197. Let's do this again. So somewhere here below us, we do have some more. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and dig this area out a little bit. See if we can spot. There we go. Right off the bat, I'm going to kind of follow this over a bit. See if we can get it kind of closer to all of our activity there. Let's see. Let's do this again. Yeah, it doesn't really go much further. I'm gonna dig this out. It looks like it may end right there. So that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and dig out almost like a stairway, right? Like if you're playing Minecraft, you try to dig a stairway somewhere. We're gonna do this here. Okay, and it runs right up to the back of this guy. That's good to know. So what I want to do is I want to scan this, and then I want to start extracting it once I know what it is. I think this might be copper. I don't recall. Still very new to all of this. Let's hop over here really quick and research that. Okay, we got a couple things here. So we have rubble, and yes, copper. Okay, cool. Let's cruise back down here and get something started. So one of the things to note too is when I put down an extractor, for example, I can actually destroy it and pick it back up. It doesn't give me the parts, it gives me the actual extractor itself. And I kind of want this to be over 1. Actually no, putting it right into the hopper would be pretty sweet. Let's do this up here. Something like this. So there's the extractor. You can see it doesn't have power. Now we can actually power that, but then it can only store a little bit of the material in there. So let's put a power block down here. We can hold E to give it power. So that powers that up a little bit. Now mousing over here, I've got my mouse over on the bottom left, you can see power 24 of 200 and 2, and it runs down to nothing. This will probably run for a little bit, I think. Not very long. It did draw the power out, so 170, it's not too bad. But of course, if we use these guys, the transmitter, to get out here, we can power this thing. So let's actually do a little something here. I want to get this, let's get this snow block here. Let's see, I want to run power right to this guy. So let's do this. Build this little arm out here. Is this going to be lined up right? Not quite. That's a bummer. Do I want to move this is the question. Yes, actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and move this. Whoops. Let's go ahead and pick those up. Okay, now let's get this transmitter. So the transmitter for power, if you put it on the ground, then it does the 360 all around. But if you want to go up or down, you actually have to put it against the side of something there. I see I'm going to have to do this kind of in a weird way. Let me think about that a second. Okay, so what I did was I moved the power block that was here. I moved it right to this position out of the way. And then I put another power guy just to power this one. So now this one that was here is shooting straight out, and you basically run it into another one. That's what I did. And then that one's shooting straight down, so you can see where it is trying to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw a block underneath it here, and then we are going to do that. So now we have power coming from our main station right out to this guy. Next thing we want to do is get an extractor down, which we're going to put next to it here. So this will be powered now. And then we need to get the hopper. Actually, I don't have any conveyor belts, so I can do a conveyor to a hopper and then a conveyor all the way back up to there. I think is going to be the way to go, but I need to build some more of those guys. Now let's see if we even have the materials to do that. I don't remember what it costs, but let's take a peek. So, basic conveyor belt here. We need tin and we need copper. So we have to get some of those materials ourselves first. And what I mean by that is to actually pull them out of the extractor. Now we've got one going for copper, obviously, already. I can actually take this out of here, right? Or we can just walk up and hit Q to get that. Now, you see I've run out of power. This is something I'm a little unfamiliar with. There's something about the power that it can't, like it doesn't draw enough into here. One of the things I think you can do is toggle this mode to wait for full battery. So I think this will... I actually don't know. I'm trying to remember if I actually knew. I'm going to go ahead and power this all the way, at least run myself out of power. One thing to note about that is you will get hypothermia. So the ice starts to creep in at the edge of the screen. You may have seen there just for a second. Let's go ahead and add a resource to that. So I do have to look into this some more. The power right now, it seems to get interrupted. And so I know before, when I was experimenting, I changed this to wait for full battery. And let me do that with the other one here. Let's take this out. Let's do that with this one as well. Wait for full battery. I don't see any change happening here. So anyway, I don't know if that's helping or not. Am I helping? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, let's see here. Add power. This is coming from us. But I think if we do this, if we add a bunch of power here, it may not draw necessarily from that right away. I don't know if that helps like jumpstart it or not. There's some kind of interruption happening. But anyway, we're pretty good for the time being. Let me step into here really quick. Pick that up. Let's take a peek. So we do have the 22 copper right now. Let's go ahead and bring that up and smelt that. And then what we need to do is find, we need to find, so we'll do 20 there. We need to find the tin. And then what we can do is put an extractor on that, power that ourselves if need be, and draw directly from it. And once we get enough of that smelted, then we can start making some conveyor belts and really get things moving here. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this research stuff. I think we need to stay on top of this. So there's a couple things I can make here. I can make a threat scanner, a storage crate, but let's look at the projects. And I kind of want to look at some of the mining stuff. We need to improve the rate at which we can improve the rate at which we can collect and smelt ore, okay? This project will focus on improving the performance of ore extractors and smelters. Okay, so let's see. Cost 5, we have 22. Power remaining. Let's go ahead and hit this. So draws power, but then I guess it gets that back. So that's cool. Let's check out power grid. We cannot survive on just the power produced by our central power hub for long. That's where we're at now. As our base expands, we'll need to find new ways to generate power and transfer it to distant mining operations so that we don't need to run about powering them manually. Yes, that would be great. Alright, let's go ahead and research that. And we do have some more recipes. Let's look at this. We have a basic drill motor, and I think these can just be added to a drill, making them faster. Crafts a machine capable of auto-crafting single-use power boosters. Power boosters will give Arthur power. And I don't know much about Arthur. I know that I have this power core, but I don't really know what to do with that just yet. So anyway, I might research a few more things here and then see if that gets us anything extra. Okay, some of the research I did added a couple things here. One of them is the suit power pack. I wanted to do that because it doubles your suit's power capacity. That would be awesome. And it looks like with these kinds of things, they're upgrades. And the stuff for our robot here, they're also upgrades. You just need one, and it just needs to be in your inventory. So I had the core thing, but I moved it in my inventory. I don't need it out in the hotbar here. Same with this guy. I would just need to have this in my inventory. But as you can see, we need to be gathering some more things before we can make that happen. And actually, what was the other thing? I'm completely zoning on that right now. Oh, the drill. Here's the drill. You can see we need tin and iron as well. That was another thing I picked up. So that would be great to be able to add into the extractor. If I walk over to this guy here, I would be able to put the drill motor in here and it would speed that up. It says 4 times speed. That's pretty cool. But anyway, we got to find some more material. Now, if I bring out this guy, I discovered this over here, but I'm pretty sure this was just leaves, was it? Or is it just more of the copper? It's actually more of the copper, I think. So we need to be finding some new material. Like that over there. It's pretty far away, though. Oh, we have some right here. Here we go. Oh, it's not right here. It's down there a little bit. That's a bummer. Well, it's not too big a deal, right? We were going to have to manually do this stuff anyway. So let's just try to dig out an area, see if we can get down to whatever this is. We will have to research it. At least I think so. Can you put an extractor on something you haven't researched yet? I have no idea. Oh, is it really that far down? Let's try that again. No, we have something right there. We were close. We were almost there. I'm going to go ahead and dig all this out. We'll find out what it is and get started. Okay, I had power shooting straight down and hitting the power block that was there, and instead I put a transmitter on top of it since it still will power the one below it, and I shot a line over here, and I've got things, I think, somewhat lined up. I know I need to stay about here, and I realized a bit ago you can actually just click the ground and it actually puts blocks underneath you. You don't need to jump or anything, so that gets us there. Let's, we just need to, ow. That hurt. We just need to put one of these up there. Then we just need to rotate the power over that way. Okay, and I've got, what, 2 more of these, which is great. I just need 1. Let's get up here. So, let's see. We have the power there, so we need a block like this. So we're close. We're close here. Let's do this. Something like that. Oh, look at how close we are. Let's put you here. And it's already pointed down. So that's going right into there. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to transfer a bunch of my power to here. All kinds of power. Okay, so that's full. There we go. So this thing's going. Hopefully this power is kind of contributing. Again, I think the other one actually was saying that it was low. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm going to have to research this a little bit, but I think we're pretty well underway. Actually, before I go anywhere, I should pull up some of the material that this is going to be gathering already. We can... Oh, I don't have a hopper. That's fine. We could take the unknown material. Excellent. I think I might have scanned this and I just haven't brought it back yet. Or I haven't processed it yet. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do all that. Okay, I got this going. I thought I could actually pass through some of this stuff, or just... I thought for some reason that power coming into one of these would transfer to maybe the block connected to it, but it's not. It really is direct. So I had to fire this one, basically give it its own line. So you can see I have two lines coming out. Maybe there's some kind of device later that will shoot through. I don't know, or allow you to kind of chain things together. But for now, I've got this new one right here, shoots over straight down, and then it crosses over out to what I did out there. And then we've got the one here that we had before. So copper and tin are coming in here. If I go to the smelter, I know I was smelting some of these. We can add some more in there. Copper is fine. We'll get some of that going. Let's see. Let's just check our inventory here. Oh, we were just looking there. We didn't have any more. I did make some conveyor belts, so you can see I've got 5 of those. I think our next quest is telling us, at the upper right, you can see we need 22 more conveyors. So we have quite a bit to do here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I wanted to show you the very basics, the very early part of this, the stuff that I've experienced. I have a whole lot more to do. I'm looking forward to playing this with friends in the near future. And once again, I would throw the question out to you guys. Have you played this game? What have you thought of it if you have? Are you still playing it? Things like that. Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to see what you guys think of this game that I'm only just now getting into. I do want to thank you guys for stopping in as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks again for watching me play Fortresscraft. If you'd like to see more of this game on the channel, please do let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Give it a like. Otherwise, here's the latest video of mine, as well as a video you might enjoy.